Yes, it was cold last night, even colder tonight because the wind is beginning to back off, which is not a bad thing. We can live without the east wind, that's for sure. Let's take you outside. Here's a look from our Chinook Winds Casino Sky Cam in Lincoln City. So you don't see all that often. Snow on the beach, but there you have it. There was quite a bit of snow, of course, from the Wednesday storm on the beach. And even there, it's only 39 degrees. The winds have backed off at Lincoln, at least at Lincoln City. And this is the reserve golf course. Some scattered high clouds beginning to roll in, but I tell you what, there's still snow on the ground, even though it's getting a little bit melted away or sublimated away. 35 degrees and yes, an east wind, but it's weaker than it was. Look how low that dew point temperature is. Think of that as kind of a floor as to how cold it can get. The dew point can change, of course, overnight, but it's a fairly conservative measure of how much moisture is in the air. So we'll drop into the teens again tomorrow morning, especially as that east wind begins to weaken. This morning we had teens in Hillsboro, Scappoose, Portland 25, McMinnville 21, Eastern Oregon. Single digits and teens were common. In fact, they were prevalent from Sun River to Rome through Burns, John Day 9, and up in the Blue Mountains at Meacham. Normally a cold spot there at 4,000 feet in a bit of a valley, snow-covered valley. -2 this morning. And yes, there were record lows this morning in the Portland area. In fact, the airport tied its record low of 25, set back in 1969. Vancouver 18, breaking a record, a 101-year-old record that was set back in 1922. Hillsboro breaking a 61-year-old record and breaking it by a lot, by 8 degrees. Hillsboro 16, the old record was 24. And right here at KGW in downtown Portland, we set a new record with 23, breaking the old record, which was just set last year, by 5 degrees. So again, we didn't just break records, we obliterated several records. Our old storm now plaguing California with rain, thunderstorms, in a lot of rain. They've had 2, 4, 6 inches of rain across the LA area and snow in the southern and central Sierra, as much as 70 inches from yesterday through Saturday. 70. So they're getting hammered there. And this is our next storm, dropping down from a very cold source, the Gulf of Alaska. There's cold air behind it. The difference between this and the Wednesday system, actually several, but this one's coming in from the north. The Wednesday one just sort of developed over us, drifted over and stalled near Astoria. And this one's coming in, and the way it comes in, it should induce a bit of a south wind, whereas the Wednesday system pulled an east wind out of the gorge and all the cold air. However, we've got all the cold air in place, right? So without much warming aloft, we're going to see snow. The modeling showing snow or rain-snow mix at 10 o'clock tomorrow night, and then turning to rain for much of the valley by 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. I think that may be true south of Portland, but for Portland and Vancouver, we may hang on to snow a bit longer. And then the next system comes in fast on the heels of that one. This is Monday, and again, snow throughout western Oregon except for right at the beach. So a lot to take in there, but it all boils down to the potential for more snow. We've got it by the hour. This is Saturday night to Sunday morning. This model showing us just about an inch of snow. Other models showing us 1.5 to 2 inches of snow over that same time frame. And then if we look at 7 days worth of snow on this graph, the European model wants to keep snow going almost every day through next week, at least a little bit. But we'll focus on Sunday, Monday, and I think 1 to 2 inches is a pretty good bet for much of the Portland area over that time from Saturday night to Sunday morning. And you look at the graphic, that's what it's showing us here. So again, cold weather continuing as our weather just keeps coming down out of the north and northwest. No break from the wintry weather that we have. We've got 34 degrees right now. Freezing level got up a little bit, but that's really a moot point. Okay, tonight clear and cold, record lows again. Tomorrow, snow tomorrow night. We'll start out clear in the morning, then the clouds roll in, get up to 37, drop down to 31 on Sunday. Sunday afternoon, we'll go for 40. That might be optimistic, but that'd be great because it'll help to melt things a little bit. And then potentially staying above freezing as we go into next week, but it's still a cold forecast.
February we won't soon forget, for sure.
We'd like to.
Yes, we would. Thank you, Matt. Well, it does